Yo, 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 peace and blessings. Welcome back to another episode of Creative Success. It's your boy Burnell Washburn, aka Young Bernie Gold, here to spread some empowering ideas with you. 50 ways to raise your vibration, day 2. Today's message is simple to understand, but it takes a long time to fully really implement. So, that is just to take full responsibility for every single circumstance in your life. Not 99% responsibility, 100% responsibility. I first learned this from Jack Canfield, who's the author of The Success Principles and the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. He was in the movie The Secret. He's super successful, multimillionaire. And, he was one of the first people I really heard talk about taking full responsibility in his book Success Principles, and that started changing my life because I used to find myself making excuses or blaming or complaining, and when you just start taking full responsibility, you bring the power back to you rather than the power being out there and having to wait for external circumstances to change or other people to behave differently, and so you can have what you want or be happy or experience the emotions that you want. But your vibration just starts raising so much when you start taking full responsibility rather than putting the blame on anyone else, you know what I mean? So I know I've talked about that before. It's like really simple to understand, but it's just a good reminder that we all need to start, taking full responsibility. If anything doesn't go how you wanted to, own up to it. And it doesn't mean you're shaming yourself. It doesn't mean you're like guilting yourself. It doesn't mean you're wallowing in these negative emotions, beating yourself up about it. It just means you're responsible for how you act, how you think, how you choose to feel, what habits you have, you know what I mean? And so I honestly believe that we either create, allow, or attract every single circumstance in our life based on the vibrational energy that we are putting off into the world. So even like you get in traffic and this is one of the simple examples I like to use. Like, say you get stuck in traffic jam and you end up being late for work or something, or late for something important. And, my old self would have blamed the traffic. Oh, there was this accident. I couldn't have, there's nothing I could do. You know what I mean? Oh, I left my house on time, but then there was this accident happening. But actually, it's my responsibility. I could have left sooner. Like, I know that there's accidents sometimes. I know that there's traffic sometimes. So, I didn't necessarily know there was going to be an accident on that particular road, that particular moment. But, I know that happens often, so I could have planned differently. I could have taken a different route or whatever. And it just leaves the power within me. So take full responsibility for everything, for your business, for your finances, for your happiness. When I first learned this, I started taking full responsibility for a lot of things, but then I would not, like, if I was trying to throw a show, because I throw events, and then, I didn't sell as many tickets as I wanted to, or I didn't make as much money as I was hoping, then I would I started owning up to that rather than blaming, like, oh, this festival was happening the same night, or this other promoter was throwing that show, or my people never support, or they don't buy tickets, or the doorman was letting everyone in for free, or whatever. Like, I take full responsibility and put it all on me. I could have done this. I could have hired a better doorman. I could have planned it on a different day. I could have made my event better, so more, that wouldn't have affected me. You know what I mean? Like, there's just limitless things that I could have done. So I started owning up to that, and that was good, and it was amazing that I was taking responsibility for that finally. But then I slipped back for a while, and I started almost making other people responsible for my happiness. Like, I was feeling lonely and sad, and almost kind of putting the blame on, oh, my friends are not hitting me up and they're not showing me love, or this and that, my family, you know what I mean? And I realized, oh, I'm not taking responsibility for my own happiness right there. Like, no one else is responsible for how I feel except for me. So it's just so important to take full responsibility, and it really raises your vibration in so many ways. It just brings the power back into you and puts you back onto that confident, courageous, awesome being that you truly are, that has the power to create your own reality, and you're not walking around like a victim to just all these external circumstances, and what other people are thinking and saying and doing is not really controlling you or holding you back as much as it used to. So I hope that helps. I know it's something I've talked about before, and I know it sounds like so obvious, but it's really just such a huge part of this entire evolution, spiritual awakening, and like self-development journey that we're on together. So that's day number 2. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. We got the 50 days of how to raise your vibration going on. So every day I'm just sharing like another technique or tool or mindset or strategy that I've personally been using to raise my vibration and step back into my power. So we'll see you tomorrow on another episode of Creative Success. Peace and blessings. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I love you guys.